Wow. So, yeah, this has been an interesting morning. I basically went to my first weight loss management appointment at Heartlands Hospital. Someone's beeping. They're not beeping at me. I hope they're not beeping at me. I'm in a car park. And I was terrified. I had this appointment come through. Well, I had an appointment come through a month ago, and then they rescheduled it, and it came super quick, like within 2 weeks. So it was brought forward 2 weeks. And I've just been bricking it since I got the appointment. I was referred by my dermatologist. I have psoriasis, so I go to the dermatology every couple of months. Oh, sorry. I don't even know how to process things right now, so I'm just gonna babble on. Basically, hang on a minute. I can't even see it so bright. That's not gonna do anything. That might do something, I don't know. And I'm getting text messages from Dylan. Lovely. So basically, yeah, I walked in and we were going. I was there for about an hour and a half, and had a blood test, and she examined me, and we talked about what I've been doing, and I was terrified that they were gonna be like against veganism or something. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect, so I was just terrified in general. But everything actually went surprisingly well. It wasn't terrifying like I thought it would be. Shockingly, I'm scared of everything. That's the problem. So yeah, we were just in random conversation, and she just dropped that 9 or 12 months before surgery, and I was like, surgery? What surgery? And she said, oh, well, most people who come through us automatically want the surgery, and weight loss surgery has never even crossed my mind. It's never been a contemplation of mine. I would rather do everything the less scary way, which, I mean, the idea of weight loss surgery terrifies me. She said, obviously I don't have to decide anything. I can go through their 6-month, 12-month program, which is basically just, they offer psychological support if they need it, which is a whole other thing, and a dietitian, which I see, I'm not sure how it goes. I think monthly visits, or I think it's group visits. I'm not sure how it goes, but essentially my dermatology referred to me, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And so, but yeah, like, she just casually dropped it in, like surgery was even an option, which it's hard to process right now. I'm ranting, I'm so sorry. So yeah, there's an option there that I hadn't even thought about. I really need to do some research, but I'm kind of thinking I don't want to, because, like I said, it's a very invasive surgery, I believe, and it kind of affects the rest of your entire life, and you can't, I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, babbling. She was happy with my progress, actually. I thought I wouldn't have progressed enough, because for the last month I think there's been a lot of anxiety and things going on that I'm not really going to discuss on YouTube, but my motivation has been gone, and I've not been working as hard as I could be, and I haven't lost any weight in the last 3 or 4. Well, actually, no, I did lose weight, but then I kind of put it back on, but she's actually really happy with my progress, which is, now that this scary event has gone, I think it's eased my anxiety a little bit. So I'm still getting text messages from Dylan. Stop texting me. This is such a, you know what, this is a mess of a video. Yeah. So she said that most people who go there, they've been doing like Weight Watchers and focus, why am I so, there we go, and not really having success, so they go down the surgical route. But she agreed with me that because I am having success, that if I'm losing weight the natural way, I suppose, that as long as I'm happy to do so, to continue, and I much prefer, it would take longer to lose the weight, obviously, but I prefer to do it in the safer, less scary way, definitely. So maybe this title is maybe a clickbait, I don't know. I'm sure the 2 people that watch my channel are going to be distraught at the fact that I use a clickbait title. Wow, this is terrible. And so yeah, so she did also go through some other options with me. She said that if I could request from my GP, I could take, I want to say aioli, but that's not at all what it is. It's a medication that basically stops you absorbing fat. So basically, if you eat lots of fatty things and you poop it out instead of absorbing it, which again, she said you might not have to, you don't have to if you don't want to, if you're losing it anyway. It's probably, unless you eat a high fat diet, which maybe I'll do, I don't know, it depends on what kind of fat. Again, I need to research this, don't I? It depends on what kind of fat that you like. Is it like the good fats or the bad fats? Who knows, my mind is. But yeah, do you know what? I planned making this video on the walk back to the car park, and everything that I said that I planned on saying is just completely gone out of my brain. She also took bloods, and my blood pressure, which they couldn't do because I have very large arms, and they didn't have a cuff big enough, which is funny, even like that you'd think that they'd have bigger cuffs in a weight loss management center. But she said it was, they took it from my arm, right here. Ow, I've just whacked myself where I had my bloods done. Silly. And she said it was slightly raised, but it's probably due to the fact of my anxiety of just going here. And she also told me that I could, she could refer me to the psychologists and I could have treatment there. But I said, here's the thing, guys, I don't like talking about this stuff, and the thought of talking about this stuff just makes me want to, wow, I'm not talking to anyone right now. So yeah, I choose to repress my emotions. Clearly not that well. Yeah, so she said I could self-refer to like talking therapy, or that's available to me, or at any point I could just say, hey, can you help me? Which again is something to think about. And yeah, so overall the appointment was actually positive. I was terrified of going to the appointment. I have a fear of doctors in general, so it took a lot to come. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. 1 second. Yeah, so it was actually a positive experience. So if you're in my situation, I definitely recommend saying yes to the help if someone offers it to you, or at least going to your GP and requesting it. I think Birmingham's a pretty good place. You know, I think we've got a pretty good set of hospitals, I suppose. I'm not sure. So I don't know if it would be like that everywhere, but certainly I found the experience, for coming from a pessimistic person, the experience was positive. So I would definitely encourage you to do so if you are in my position. Right, do you know what? I'm going to upload this because I think it's important to go through this process. Maybe I'll add to it later, or maybe I'll just repress everything that I've just said, because as I've said, we like to do that in my brain. But yeah, I apologize for this ranty mess of a video, but I think I wanted to capture what I was going through in my head right now. And yeah, I think positive change, I mean, not that I haven't made positive changes, but I think it's made me more motivated to do it without the scary medication and the weight loss surgery. Obviously I'm not saying weight loss surgery is bad. I'm not saying it's bad if you get it. But for me personally, I don't want to get it unless it's the last case scenario, if you see what I mean. Yeah, I am gonna stop the video now because it is 10 minutes long and someone's just almost gone into someone, and I need to get out of this car park because my time is running out. So yeah, bye bye. I don't even know how to end this ranty crap fest of a video. Toodles!